Where am I? Oh, where then?
Me intern.
We are intern.
Yeah.
It's one of my clients a friend and then Casa director. Please go. Hello.
Hello, madam. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Please, my name is Nina, news editor for Dapaah.
Yes.
Yeah, we're doing a story on sanitation, and one of my reporters said she called you, but
As I mean, at the end of the day,
yeah.
you know, you take on call.
Sorry?
And you don't let an intern call a minister, an elderly woman like me. It's not a question of, please respect the office. If you don't even respect me as a human being, respect the office. How do you allow an intern to call your minister?
Madam.
Right, so it's another interesting episode on what really matters. And there, yeah, social dilemma, I share, and what you just watched. And it's we are asking whether or not MP overreacted, and I said the intern was not supposed to be at that place at that point in time, asking that particular question. And indeed, share your thoughts on what you just watched. That was the whole point. They said, Honorable Cecilia Dapaah, the then Minister for Sanitation, na Adom FM a story on sanitation issue. And I could do baby say was say ma MP no so ba no be kasabi. Na ye hear the input on the issue. And indeed, I want my intern. Now, intern, intern, normally, all tertiary institutions, you are allowed to go to the field. All first year, second year, you was all call, maybe now call gaining experience. And until intern, you can watch me, obey call at Dome FM, and or intern. And until usually, if you are an intern, usually you are supposed to gain an on-site experience. However, the thing operates, how these things work, how journalism is. Into a Juma intern here, I don't know. Now when I do story here, I was a MP Kasei, and my intern no a free MP say on share in the side of the story or on your opinion or whatever that issue had to do with. And MP ne can near can and say, I then or no why not I was a free MP no, and I think so on what dear. I think so I was say more respected the office. So on more respected the office which she operates, the ministerial office and then the member of parliament office, right? So this has become an issue of debate as to whether MP overreacted and I said internal and at the wrong place at the wrong time, right? So share your thoughts with us, write it under the comment. In fact, subscribe now, like we'll be bringing these kind of stories for social debate. So more a big internal fan or a debate is this is a platform and can be boost internal confidence. I mean, what is the better approach than hello me intern? Okay, intern, drag your pick your pen paper. This question answer, and near NQ, you know, the MP will try to curb and then give her that moral boost. At the end of that conversation, if that conversation could have happened, at the end of it, the morale boosting, the confidence, the energy, the spirit, the mindset, and everything goes sky up for the intern. Into one way or the other, a developing journalist, a young, talented youth are up. Now, the other school of thought, and so can say, at Dome FM, the whole crew didn't perform their duties because that is an MP we are talking about. That is a member of parliament. That is a minister or representing about 20,000 people. And intern, you are like a student. That limitation should be there. That hierarchy never say respected. If anything at all, editor, technical producer, not an intern, a fee, and NSS input. Men confuse intern is different from NSS. NSS what we use school on our national service. Intern or first year or second year. In fact, didn't do baby. And into the school of thought, I say, MP was absolutely right. Say you should let them know. Say an intern has zero credibility. Obetumi akoka semini kwan so kan obetumi akobisa question any kwan so bisa obetumi mpo afa story a maame kan atwisting in a different way because onya professional, because onya that necessary experience on the job site. this could be anything. So share with us what you also think. And that brings us to today's episode on The Daily Show with Guy Jesus. Right. Today, yeah, share stories. Nibi, yeah, best start with Nana Mama Brown. Nana Mama Brown, eba internet. So I am normally on the average 90% positive news. All right, 10% be NII negative. And into this today, the end so positive news. Kobiche MET on the Onia show, and I okache say on my youth ne futu and or day a futu no etuja. This is what she said.
Thank you. Yes, let's go.
I say right week from go for any futu no ya the moment. Nti no ya sign every week from. And then I will come and so obesa the Ghana, especially me youth no omo no muhiam.
And then maybe na me dwuna de bi hu kobi. E me kam. Bibisa me ho say. Enipa kwaya na ye pede wo wiase because ye so a ho tire ni niam bi ni na fofa ni we bi nti no. Aya na ye niam bi. But se me na minim se Nyankopon be mi say a. Enkai wo niam bi anka manye. Ye wo niam bi bre nipa bi a me no mo sinsan anka manye. De me ka che obia ni say ye so a ye bo bra no. Aya na ho tire ani niam bi nti ye niam bi a enye ne mfata. So when you're penny no two for a tea. So when you'll be no two for a share, Busu and free baby, I wonder. So Kobe meaning send Uncle Pomba Ghana ha. And then to mean dodgy, me father be a collar whom in penny for whom. And come one planch be one command. Me one your uncle Fabi one command. You were a group in the baby, and now copy be a command.
I send you one can.
It is sad, brave, but be a wedding power. Be careful. You don't know the future. You need to be careful what you do now. They make a choice. Mema ho tire, mema na fofo, mema situation be push you. Ye nyina ya mistake. Ya mistake. Ye nyini, but ye guso ye be one ye ref here. It is what is be two a foot to be another day. Now a fabi. Now so they account them. Unti asama e de ma weni. And then you re kakre every. The way yes can affect you tomorrow. Unti the way no be careful. They make I
mean sure short time.
Now we can all pick some tidbits from what she said, but near media for some of the netizens are tending to spin it around against her. And it's all can say enkofu bi wo no man ka on date omo. Enkofu bi wo no man ko ne omo nye friends. Enkofu bi wo no man ka enkofu so assume say san kofu yi amba mu a nke bia ba bia wo drink wo ndru ho. Na na man so agye ti say onim se Nyankopon be yi ni sei a enkasa ne omani nyina wa anye. E de bi nso ka say Onyankopon ye ne saa se ne be yo baba be sei. In this ankofu no date omo ni nyina no, it was for the right purpose. And there was no point in making that allusion, say, or regret, so maybe key these things. For all you know, beer, na some plan or kochi, was an eye opener to let her jump from it to somewhere else. For all you know, no, na beer friends be make they were the people and not a war one as simple or movie called Step Higher, and as a war one as a free baby and all. A man limelight. It could be anything. I didn't know go for starting wading in. In fact, I heard from an OPay Top FM. One of almost segments maybe they were talking. Said she said it well, but coming from her makes it a little bit questionable. And again, what do you also think? I mean, with all, but maybe taking here on the first line, she actually made a comment. Say, "What's not the come when I do a drink and they say we say we have to cry a beje." I mean, we all can say those things. You know, able to me, I can be there. But say a PFI, a nipebiano, I am slightly different. Looking at Niyama Waama say in the span of 10 years, the life we live, any Niyama when Yama and how life has been treating her. She's good. She's actually good. So if you hit that point and you say you have to cry, but they are. Again, people would have their diverse opinions. Well, what do you think? On the internet, people are saying it has a little bit to do with the marriage issues and I feel so ninja naturally. What we are saying is we are just bringing you the gist and let you break it down and also take your part from it. All right. Yeah, my brand has a lot of fans, a lot of followers. Personally, I'm part of them, and so whatever she says, we take our part a bit positive to us. So a big shout out to the McBrown crew and then McBrown followers. You move away from McBrown Sensem. Now let's enter a bit into politics. Now, when you say akoso modam spillage, and some people are akoso. Nkofo bibiri na chiro madwen say sabi VR for no adwen ben and na omode te machines na chinti a oman to me be ade in time oman be in kakra oman anya ni say oman anya ni sa people are all waiting in but and Minister for Sanitation and Water Resources wabekasa na nensemo a okeni.
The Akosombo spillage, even though VRA, NADMO, the Water Resources Commission came together to educate the people in the community, did simulation exercises with them, even at Mepe. Yet, they refused to leave. They didn't want to be evacuated. They stayed there till the end when we started spilling. Unfortunately, look at what is happening. And government has to spend millions of money on relief items, on education. The whole area, the water is contaminated. And what Ghana Water and Water Resources Commission would have to spend money, millions of money to treat the water before we can pass it through our pipes. So a stitch in time saves nine. But sometimes it's difficult to accept the situation. But we will plead with all of you to accept it as it is. And let's all come together and ensure that we have safe drinking water. Now, people are blaming government, people are blaming VRA, people are blaming NADBO. But these three institutions really did a lot of education right from January. Even in September, they were still talking to their people to move because there was a likelihood they were going to spill in the next week or two. And because of the rainfall patterns have changed, climate change, you cannot anticipate when it will rain. So even if they start spilling on a very gradual note, the rains will also fall and the dams will keep on coming up. And we have to keep on spilling. We don't want any of such thing to happen to us in Accra.
Now, first of all, we have to ask ourselves certain questions. Minister Wakana Assembly or say warnings to evacuate. The question remains, they evacuate to where? That is the first question. If provided shelter for these people to evacuate to a perfecto, kamini obi anyasem. In fact, ye obi anyasem, ye minister ni nyasem. But warnings without a provision, also being sorry free baby or say nsu ye bibie dam na nsu abetwa form so. Nti on sorry free baby or one is a onko hen. O provided baby dia. No problem. But so far as I'm providing baby and there, it can't happen. In fact, naturally, human beings, I am not so young to a crowd. Onimpa, yes, omunim so the omunimpa since we be for so. But parts of us free home without whom provide the baby and any day. Or prefer so about in soon baby traffic and sumum. So that is what actually I think happened. What I say, as is for about 20,000 people I displaced. You do not enjoy any sorry, I did to cut to baby and say, okay, near the do not drunk or for a dream, send your bay or medaho. A Daniel midi in so menum. Now, may I yet say in soon own I contaminated. I know so echo for another problem about. Ya really some Cecilia, you understand? So the question remains, provide for shelter. If provide and uncle for evacuate and can now we hold these people accountable for their own predicaments, they are the architects of their own problems. But now the next question also remains, those people in charge of town and country planning, and Kofu baby omukosi dan, why won't a permit you? And how did this all happen in the first place? Because this thing, share, yebeko the market this today for tournament, yebeko samba bekasasi because in so BBI okay, people will go back to their settlement. The next year, climate change besan happen. In so no so besan yesterday be end to I say to beto now you sign back to or maybe a dam for besan. And so what are we doing as a country? Forward thinkers. They will plan, they will have the structures to hold the water. my 31 million ye whole crony Lagos, Nigeria for Lagos keke. We can't have a structure a bit me hoarding water distributed. Of course, in so and nipa no poeding. Ye to me some long tunnels be and they gain fast as I say and who didn't so shen soon kwa could you have any passo. Jamestown where ya cry Jamestown here for a year. The whole year, Nensuma. Meanwhile, we have a reservoir here, see being in soon called Chifeni Paso. Dubai, a whole sea. They've been able to drive the sea back, build on the sea, and use that as tourist site. Any part of me to say, Moja, Nami, would say Moja. In fact, Dubai, as at 30 years ago, was absolute desert. And then they had oil. I changed my life with the good leader and visionary leaders. So vote higher into me any year. Into me build a good reservoir to hold water. And 31 million people in water bill. In household Kesiepa household and nipa be 30 ogum. Omotua water bill Kesiepa you like 40 cities. Because they will just pay for maintenance and operations and then personnel working there. Asa, we shouldn't be paying water bill. If because in tam, we have lots of water bodies as compared to any panel woman. I bet me treating you we as supplier the whole Ghana. In kind industries, maybe you can say 100 cities, 200 cities, 300 cities. Water shouldn't be our problem. But of course, we have leaders who downplay this. Instead of me, you shoot scatter. Edi a man for DDB. Edi be a show them. It's very disheartening. It do baby people like us, we that we sit back. It looks as if it's nature, we have that vision than leaders, and you tend to ask yourself like why? Until designing a good strong water reservoir, a good tunnels, a bit to pass it through. I mean, come on, isn't that difficult, bro? Next, people will come and argue with me, says, the expenses we make on blah blah blah, bro. People are to me keep $1 million them, and you tell me Ghanaians the whole 31 million niska into me gather about say $1 billion cities, $1 billion cities yen kanasa. Into me fan started this project. And it's not a one-day job, it's not a 1 year job, it's not a 2 years job. It's a gradual process. You say build it. If another government come, you continue. In 5 years, we'll have a very good structure, a water structure. I supply almost all the country. I don't even see a build the country. Say in here. You have visionary thinkers. They know say this is the way forward. This is the last time I was looking at Klagon. Underpass bina is a two-way street cars for honor. According to structural engineers, that place was meant for cattle. Motor with Klagon Road now. It was meant for cattle, and then in Sulta a block a quine. Say, we Kwame Nkrumah not or think ahead of the timer. Or more better, check like they are just doing anything for doing sake. Just do it and go. Yankas of white infrastructure. Charlie. Let's move on to another story that has been making waves during the weekend. So that is Frida Opari in the statement. The other thing, movie away from politics, ni Rasunsum Sam Kakra. Kasunsum Sam so they are near Prophet Nigel Gazy, anybody come up. Prophet Asan can who be na this time around here, and yet Ubi Nebu, and yet superstar, and yet Sheriff Black be name this time around here, Wadane young can say, because what will make somebody come to you with this kind of story?
Paying Freeman Molly going down on it for MPO. It's a name who know on Yamin Shan baby obia. It's all money pan back. By say Mimbom Pima because paying Neotia Congo before so banner. And a boss on no
Ayo man penny, boarding na interest here.
Ose
Bodni penny be or tia kunya so.
Nana Kufuada. Naba na cost me penny to yam pesame. Me bomb pipe be bremana.
Say Nyankopon bone ho bae.
Oh yeah. Ono de nyame mbo no ban, nyame mbo aban no so ho ban. Na nyame adoma. I can 1 year, 1 month or 1 year, 2 months. Na rade nso na sunjem. Na nyame ma ne ye ne de embra. Nti omuni ba ko bae o de Range Rover white. And now they sika count na soje ne de na chi.
Sika say
1.6 million Ghana cedis. That's also the 16 billion.
1.6 million Ghana cedis.
Yeah.
Plus a Range Rover.
Yeah, Range Rover white. And I know Kranaka
said, "What do you say? Someone you bet to me a friend."
Oh, almost friend me. I said, I'm speaking my truth, and the truth is the truth. And did I do it? Man, you make me because when the person left, I just told my team that I'm not interested because in the first place, me near radiation.
Two witnesses were saying,
"Oh, me mbano enim, me office enim, and me only a call by.
I didn't say Bompire.
Only a kwa or buy no. The bodyguard no me junior or SS me ko Abusco, Abuakwa State College. You know, me a very truthful person. I don't lie. Into only I can only what here, but the bodyguard no.
Enim.
And only I can hear the cry, be cry.
Ono sunim.
But mine yet and I mission in crying say.
It is not say Bompire.
Me Bompire no man me no me answer. Number one, need a some man be bu send a bear unto me.
Na and also can ask for my juma home.
Oh yeah. Say you
some Bompire
nyam to me.
Hey,
you to me. You to me. Nyame baby your pambo be amichia no. Nyame ama you to me. Nyame ama you to me. We dey say pambo term. Baby I suffer afre Kennedy nyame sra. Nyame ama oh abe you nyame ama you to me.
Really?
No, yet to me say yet me eye ni but under the New Testament no. Ye ni ye be brain. Chance na say yes nyame ama you to me dey say bonsam njuma by enyo no nyame ba njuma. Until I didn't do it until later I met say fortunately or unfortunately nyame afre oni akono and me bomb pie ma ban no because I'm part of the
what will make somebody come to you as a prophet? Then a will be a sorry about prophet was a prophet. Kwa we mami anase bubu ne mami. I don't we medra na so we then. And so I don't these kind of stories I don't take them literal. All right? Answer will be sorry, especially people of high caliber. Best sorry say asumesi. So what is the story? The story in here. Nigel Gazy on a 2 show so on a Yebra Penny what is his name? Santana Abeku. On a Abeku din common or say MPP stalwarts ni bi eba ne hono be chain Range Rover, brand new Range Rover. Esa man 1.6 million Ghana cedis. And no 16 billion o, it is 16 billion. 1 billion, so 10 back. Another billion, 16 billion. Any Range Rover. As a onje na chief of staff. Frema or say umbubuno anazu umkuno. Esan say ono na also nya sa position no. Me die na me say, wow, look. Prophets. As a renowned prophet, what will make somebody come to you with this kind of offer? That is the question. And wasn't me na me expect to say abi could be bisa na mama. What will make somebody come with you with this offer? Because me am itina hey po. I mean, me nya hwee. Even if wo de yenyi bibia mponto nchen. Or kase nipa na this request ne by nipa na wu. Wan kan wa mo nipa krodin. Nipa na wu. And so what is the basics? What is the trending line? Say, can't to what cause and stir in the political space, or can't to make yourself, and I can't to invite more customers, and I mean, some you might be all transit be if you become, I always say it's a religion, politics, they don't ride together. So as a religious man, if you get chances and you're speaking, and these things that happen in spirituality, you bring it out in public. Related to you are just jeopardizing everything. It has no basics. There is absolutely no relevance in that. First of all, nipa no this request ne buy no. Second of all, we say range ne in the range ne 1 billion away or the coin time being. Those are the relevant questions we should be asking him. And he went ahead to say, sir, this is the worst government he has ever seen.
And Romans chapter 12, 13, I say we should pray for those who are in leadership, authority. It's your pay impo. Your bomb. Just unfortunately, this is the West government so far since many be here. But we still pray for that. The West government is better than as it were coup d'etat or dictatorial rule or totalitarian rule. So your bomb pie momo. Oko de nsua, oko brim, miko abusco, nsua ne enom ye this year. I had to say chokomilo. Oko pride to say chokomilo. There is absolutely nothing happening in this country. Sorry, and Nipa Mbati said, oh, from so many lorife. Oh, drive here, him town, Accra town, during the night is more busier than the day. And the national security should pick up because it's with time it will be a national security problem. The night life is more busier than the day.
I didn't hear.
Because a Nipa Ntiminda. There be more radio so I match. First, Oko radio so beautiful lines, a chance and crop for free. But Cecilia, Oko ya near friend. Because the intimi in crofon that. Abe, in crofon and you enter the median to I'm first Oko radio, so for be no person pick be 1 to 3:30. But that and any pada. This time that place is more busier. Say be that time is become a prime time. Somebody say, and no man koye.
If people can't sleep, I don't know, mom pie, mom.
And young pie, and koye. And no man koye. You see, that young kind of crazy. One of the problem of young Ghana for say, why some people don't like some of us who are truthful say, young penny and or man be young penny crebian or money catch. I be what's not Brucheda, what's not New York that. Nancy, if you're America, but they are truthful. The reason why they develop people, they are not better humans than us, or they don't have 6 figures. Omo kanokre, omo way and kanokre. Abe, school ame koye, baby ana nipa 4 da. Last time I cost nipa 28 and a down. Does it make sense? Omo we judge at the court. Na nipa at me aboase honomo. Say ni nipa no jina docket ya koyi naba. Attorney general nyere. On my way, I bet you a landed person. My follow watcher. First time you in a trade fair, one of the carnivals. I would do my now yo. So I say, I bet on my way to make us a best certificate and a source of a document. I mean, school near corner say. School near some of the things they do, the basic logistics and it will beat his or her. It doesn't. Young penny. One of the problem of young man when they say young penny.
But
well, for that part, many things have not been good. But I always stand on the tangent. Any premise say these things are orchestrated. NPP and NDC are orchestrated. Dibinamin Dibi, and which is a Mahama Ebaso 8 years, and as NDC Baso 8 years. You make sure the 4 years you do everything right. The next 4 years, the first and second year, you twist things. The final years, you make sure it gets worse so that it will pave way for the next party to come. That has been the game, a chess game. Oba no DB now I call the next one. Beba onusu DB no call. Yeah, imagine boso politics akunya Ghana has no. Yeah, me papa imagine boso into say no biaba no say no biaba. So this is what he said, and so that is how we wrap up for today's segment on The Daily Show. Kindly like, subscribe, comment, and share. We'll bring you all the best stories. My name is MC Guy Jesus. I'm out.